ma sadgamaya tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurma amritam gamaya asato ma sadgamaya.
Shravanam need to happen. Seva. So you are doing lots of sevas, right? So when we do the lots of seva, so the topmost seva is the Harinam seva.
Exactly, Prabhuji.
So
But nowadays I'm forgetting all the namas, Prabhuji. Only I'm telling Harinama only, Prabhuji. Even for Durga Puja also I'm telling only first nama is coming only for me. This Hare Krishna only, Prabhuji. Nothing else.
See, when a son or daughter always praises the father, mother will be happy. If mother, the child is not respecting or not giving time to the father, no mother will be happy actually. No real mother is happy. So Durga Devi is the mother, and she will be happy only when we, like a praise connect to the father. So that means mother never says that don't go to the father, just stay with me. That she cannot be the good mother.
And I think you said once, first you have to, we have to offer to Krishna and then only we have to offer to other devatas, you said, Prabhuji, actually. So like that only I am doing. First I am putting Tulasi and I am first offering to Krishna and then offering to Durga Devi. And many of them who came to my house, they are coming and asking me why you have put Tulasi in the prasadam.
Yeah. So tell them.
They were asking me, I don't know what to answer. No, I offered Krishna and then offering to Ma Durga. They were asking me whether is it correct. They were talking among themselves, but I just ignored them.
We are not here to satisfy the society. We are here
because I don't know to answer them also, Prabhuji. I don't know to answer them also correctly. So I just like that I left.
Yeah, ask them, come to the class so you can hear better.
Mataji, good morning everybody.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, these are non-devotees or devotees?
Who Mataji?
Mataji, they are questioning you about Tulasi.
They are non-devotees only.
Oh, non-devotees, then you can educate them to learn about Tulasi, who is the greatest devotee. Married Lord Krishna, actually.
Yeah, so don't worry. Because of people are there just to, they take the Tulasi and without offering to Krishna, they offer it to.
No, Mataji, first they offer to Tulasi, then they give it to Lord Krishna. He always says, before you offer me, offer to Tulasi, anything, water, food. So these people should know. They're just ignorant. They can read about Tulasi Mahatyam. Hare Krishna.
Sundari Mataji, can you?
How was your journey, Prabhuji? Really
good. It was really good. It was really amazing. Can you make me the co-host?
Sure.
Okay, Ramesh Prabhuji and Mataji is coming? I think they should be here too.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yesterday I sent everyone reminder. Few minutes before also I sent them everyone.
They should be here
Personally,
because
yeah.
this is very important topic we are going to discuss.
This is from
Vaishnava.
ISKCON.
Yeah, this is from the ISKCON Vaishnava Etiquette. How we deal with the Vaishnava, different Vaishnavas. So this is a mandatory subject even before getting the Diksha. But unfortunately, we couldn't do this before. So I thought like this is the time. And Guru Maharaj reminded me, like how is the Vaishnava Etiquette course is going on. I said like, I have not started it. So, so we'll do quick prayer. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So even in the conference, the leaders conference, this Vaishnava etiquette was stressed so much. Without a proper Vaishnava etiquette, many people all over the world, people are fighting, criticizing each other, fighting for the power, fighting for the existence. All these things are happening. Then ultimately they came to know that because of lacking of this Vaishnava etiquette, this is what is happening. So proper education is very important. This comes to the behavioral attitude, because we were always talking about that, right? So attitude is the biggest thing. So in that attitude, how we build that? In the Nectar of Instructions, I request you all read the Nectar of Instructions, and that is for anyone who have already taken the Diksha or wanted to take the Diksha. That Nectar of Instruction should be read thoroughly and understand and implement it. Because the Rupa Goswami had given proper instructions there. How the devotee relationship should be developed. He has clearly explained it. If we don't know, let us know, we can discuss here also. But this is very important topic, is Vaishnava etiquette. Alright? So there are every Vaishnava, how to behave. When we go to the temple, there is an etiquette. And when we go to the deities, there is a Vaishnava etiquette, behavior, proper behavior should be there. And while doing the kirtan, proper behavior should be there. When we bow down, proper behavior should be shown. So all these, every place. But since we don't have a temple, I just wanted to cover from this general behavior. And please read one by one if you can see it on the screen. Can someone read it? Like 1 or 2 paras. So up till here, someone can read it.
Yep. General, can I read, Prabhuji?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. General behavior. A devotee, one who is actually humble, doesn't look for faults in others. So in your letter, you are not finding faults with anyone. So you are good Vaishnava. You do not find faults with anyone. This is the qualification. We should always think ourselves very humble and meek. This you must know. So we all have to cooperate amongst ourselves. Otherwise, what will people think if we ourselves fight with one another? a devotee is always ideal in behavior.
Right. So this is the letter Prabhupada had to return to on December 12, 1974 to Patita Uddharana Prabhu. So Prabhupada had written this one. So he says that a devotee, one who is actually humble. When we are humble, devotee means it is not that show off. Because if we try to show off, then we cannot consider as a devotee. These letters, sentences are very powerful. And when we are humble, and we don't find the faults in others. So there is a fault in other, we need to understand this. Why we can't, but there is one person always can find the faults in others. A guru. Guru always, this Guru Tattva, always tries to, he will praise the good qualities, but at the same time, he will point it out, all the faults from disciples. Because that is the Guru job. But here, he says that as a common devotee, if we try to find out the faults, this is very, very important. If we try to find the faults, we cannot consider as a devotee. Is it clear, Mataji? So, that's why we have to be very, very careful. Even, like in a Bruhat Bhagavatam, Brahma, Narada praises Brahma. Oh, you are amazing. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and everything he is speaking it. Then Brahma says that if I cannot make any offenses to the Vaishnavas, that is good enough for me. Look at that. Brahma was speaking. So Vaishnava Aparad, because Krishna never forgive the aparadas. Krishna can forgive the sin. If you have any questions not clear, let me know. Krishna
Hare
can
Krishna,
forgive.
Prabhuji, sin and aparad, what is
Aparada.
the difference? What is the
The
difference?
sin is the one, if it's like without knowing. Unknowingly, if we commit something, then we get the sin. If we harm someone, and if we do something wrong thing, we get the sin. But aparada is knowingly we do it. We know that. We know the philosophy. We know that, how I should behave it. And we know that any person who is either our fellow devotee or our, like a senior devotees, if we make them to suffer, it is considered as an aparada. Because of aparada is intentionally or jealously. When we have the jealous, or like on the other devotee, and then or we have some desire, selfish desire, which other devotee is blocking us, so then we get the anger. So this jealous and anger, because of these, things, we commit a offense, aparada. So it is intentional. So that when we do that intentional, Krishna never forgive. But when how Krishna can forgive the sin? Because when we realize it, paschatapa, oh, I have done this mistake. Krishna, please forgive me. I'm not going to repeat this again. Then Krishna will forgive the sin. And he will not go to the hell because of the paschatapa. But this aparada, there is no paschatapa. Unless we go to that and beg in front of the millions of people, in front of them, we have to beg the forgiveness. When we realize it. Otherwise, our bhakti will fade away. That's what this is a very, very, seriously they are talking that no aparada and no false find. Alright? So this is If you find a fault and if you
Prabhuji, we can't hear your voice. Your voice
So,
is stuck. Yeah.
but the thing is, so the sin is like you've done it without your knowledge. Aparadha is intentional, you've done it. Is that right?
1 second. I'm just getting into my. Yes, so the sin is the one unintentional. Unknowingly, unintentionally, when we commit a mistake, we accumulate the sin. But when
Right.
knowingly, we know that what we are doing it. And we are doing that because of our jealous or anger. Then that is called aparadha. Aparadas, even that aparadha, if we do the aparadha for Krishna, still there is a chance of forgiving it. But for the devotee, when we do the fellow devotees, then Krishna never forgives.
Right.
Alright, so to be considered as a devotee, we have to remember this first. And he says, that's why he says that we should always think ourselves very humble and meek. The only way we don't commit aparadhas is we have to consider I am insignificant. I am a useless devotee. I am a very insignificant. That humbleness need to be developed. In that humble state, we don't find the faults and we don't criticize the other devotees and we don't fight, we don't quarrel, we don't disagree. All these things are material things.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I have a question. Dandavad
Yes.
Pranam. When you say not finding fault in others, right? I just want to be a little more specific with this. So, for example, some people are just always looking for the bad, right? But then, if someone is actually doing something that's not right, should you ignore them? Because by not ignoring them, like if you ignore them, then you're not finding the fault. But sometimes people are doing things and they don't know, they're not aware. So is it okay to correct those faults? Is it okay to see those faults?
Here is the thing. So let's say we see someone is doing wrong. We know that. But still we can't go and tell them you are doing wrong. We have to come to their leader. Because of everything, ISKCON works under the leadership. It won't work like a parallel. I am a leader, you are the leader, all equal. No, it doesn't work like that way. Equalism doesn't work in ISKCON. Not in ISKCON, any organization. Because of everything works under the one mentor. Because when we all work under a mentor or a leader, then there is a success. Even in the conference, leaders conference, many entrepreneurs attended the conference. They are all devotees. And one thing they said, what is your success? They said that we had a right mentor. So when they follow the mentor, then they all got the success. If we don't follow the mentor or leader, if we don't have a good leader, good mentor in our lives, then forget about it.
So if you don't like something someone is doing, you should come to the leader. That's within the context of ISKCON, right? But
no, within that group leader, you can anyone can come and yes, I'm noticing it always like this. Is that first of all we clarify with that leader. This is what I'm saying. We don't have to mention the name. This is what I'm seeing it. Is it right? If he says right, then we can, privately discuss. Yeah, so and so, a person, devotee, is doing this way. Maybe you think it can be corrected, please. So then that will not become an aparadha or that will not become a fault finding. Because we are going proper direction. But if directly we go and tell them you're doing wrong, and they take that as an offense.
What about in our everyday lives, not in the context of ISKCON, we're still following Vaishnava, being a Vaishnava devotee, right? So how do you interact with regular people that are non-devotees? We still have to carry ourselves.
No, because of see, when we need to discriminate it, because of here, when we dealing with the devotees, we have to be more careful. But even in a regular people also, we have to, when we become humble, we don't have to switch the plugs, I can behave this humble here, there. No. Humble doesn't mean that you accept everything, even they are, a beating or hammering, that's crazy. No. That is not considered as humble. We take the necessary actions, but the way we take the actions, where we can progress it. This is ultimate our goal, right? So even with the materialistic people also, when we deal with them humble way, that becomes our attitude. And they love us. They don't leave us anymore. But when we behave the arrogant way, because I'm a devotee, you're not a devotee. So that itself says that, because our mood is preaching. When we have a good conduct, people come to us. People listen to us. You agree that, Mataji?
Yes.
Materially or outside,
Yes.
it doesn't matter. Humbleness should be there.
This class that you're teaching today, is it more in the context of within the ISKCON society? So I don't keep interrupting you.
No. It is not. This is not for the ISKCON, because this is the
Universal.
This is the universal. Even dealing with others also, this is how our behavior should be. Even we should not find the faults. See, there is a boss in the work, okay, and I have a boss, and the boss can correct me. He has every right, and he is not finding faults in me. But if I try to find out my colleague, hey, you are doing wrong, and he won't tolerate it. When I speak to him, outside of the Bhakti, when I say that to him, I say, look, you just shut your mouth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he can go and complain to all the wrong things on me also. And I may lose my job too. So ultimately, we lose our job. So that means I'm not behaving properly. Right? So this...
Prabhuji, one more question, Prabhuji. You said, we have to follow our mentor or leader, okay. Just now we are entering into Bhakti means we should show progress. Ultimately, our leaders also will know. But to what extent we should reach, Prabhuji? How should be our path?
Suppose our path should be we keep our Shiksha Guru. Leader means our Shiksha Guru. He gives the Shiksha, not only Shiksha, he trains us and he helps us to build the depth, our attitude also. And he should keep everything as a personal only. He should not reveal to another devotee, oh, Lakshmi Mataji, facing these problems. I should not share with anyone. So that is where he called as the Shiksha Guru. Otherwise, because they all come and reveal. Nectar of instruction says that. That's what I said, that nectar of instructions will help us to build this Vaishnava etiquette. If that is not building it, we are doing wrong thing. We are studying wrong and our understanding is wrong.
No, Prabhuji. First, initially I'm entering into this, and then our goal should be getting Diksha or...
No, not the Diksha. Don't worry about the Diksha. Properly, you just, understand what is the Bhakti. What is, the way. The goal is not Diksha. The goal is devotional service. Love of Godhead. Achieve the love of Godhead. What ways I can achieve it? Diksha is the beginning.
Oh. Diksha
is the beginning in that process.
That is my question, Prabhuji.
Correct.
You are saying that is the beginning means to that extent I have to progress, and if I have not reached that stage means
Don't worry. But
giving burden to my guru. No? It's not
don't
like
worry
that.
about. Don't worry. Bhakti is a journey, not a destination. Is it clear, Mataji? Bhakti is a journey. Today we are here. That means still journey is there. Bhakti is not a destination.
Whether you take Diksha or not, right?
Correct. It is a
I
journey.
have one question about Diksha, and then I won't ask. I'll let you continue. Are you supposed to ask if you want to take Diksha, or does the Diksha guru decide you're ready?
No, when Shiksha Guru will help, he facilitates. That's all. He will not help you. You are ready or not. When you are ready, Krishna, because of as a Chaitya Guru, Krishna inside, he will guide us, and he will help. He will motivate you to go to Guru. And the Shiksha Guru is become a medium which we can help. How? Because he knows your behavior and he can assist it, but he cannot dictate it. From whom we can take the Diksha. He shouldn't do it. Is that clear, Mataji?
Yes, thank you.
Right. So that's what here he is saying that. Look at that. Even our behavior, we need to improve our behavior. For why? Why we have to improve behavior? Prabhupada is saying here. So all we have to cooperate among ourselves. If you are not cooperating, then he says that what people think if we ourselves fight with one another. So to establish a idealism, so we have to cooperate, we have to stay together, we have to behave the best. Even not for our sake, even for the people, because of otherwise we are giving the wrong impression to the people. So a devotee is always ideal in behavior. If you are not cultivating that behavior, then don't speak about I am a devotee. That is a proper role. Alright? So this is what Vaishnava etiquette is so hard. It hits us so hard. Then we become humble. Yes. Can someone read the next one?
Hariksha Prabhuji, I will read.
Yes, ma'am.
One should always remember that one is a devotee and is representing Guru and Krishna, whether in the temple or at home, at work, in the office or out on the street. One should contact oneself in such a way that charms appreciation to Guru and Krishna, and should avoid all contact that will bring Guru and Krishna into disrepute.
Disrepute. Because repute should be there, always. See, Shani Mataji, this is your answer to your question. Says that you always have to remember that. A devotee should remember that. I am representing this parampara, this process, Guru and Krishna. And not here and there. It's not like switching the lights. It says that whether in the temple or at home or at work, in the office also, or in the street, everywhere that behavior should be the same. Yeah, right? So then he goes closer to Krishna, and he avoids. When we behave this way, we avoid all a disrepute to Krishna and Guru and the parampara. If we misbehave or misbehave in the outside or at work, and people say that he says that he is a ISKCON devotee, what kind of ISKCON it is? So we are disreputing our Guru, disreputing our process, disreputing even Krishna also. That's why Bhagavad Gita says, Yad yada charati shreshta tatta deveta rojana sayat pramanam kurute lokastad anvartate. To establish that idealism, because we are, here to establish that. Right? So that is our responsibilities on our shoulder. Because look at this. There are how many billions? There are some 7 or 8 billions of population is there. Out of that, this devotees are very less. We cannot even compare the percentage. And our responsibility is to make the 7-8 billions of population into Krishna consciousness. How carefully we have to behave it. Right? So every activity, every thought, every word we speak, and every action we do it should please Guru and Krishna. That's our goal. Then only that will happen only when we become humble. Can someone read the next one?
Prabhuji, one question, Prabhuji.
Is it related to this or is it some outside?
Relating to this only, Prabhuji.
Okay.
You are saying like this, and nowadays, if I'm going to my relative's house also, yesterday I went for this Durga Puja itself. The way they were talking, and I'm not able to concentrate on them, Prabhuji. I don't like their behavior because I feel it's completely different. Before I used to mingle with them, and now I feel what they are doing is something out of our subject.
Right. If you don't like it, just stay away. Just give some reason and just take reduce the association with them. Just go as a name, I should be there. You just go there. You don't have to, do all the interactive business and all that. All right. So that way, we are not able to. We don't want it to look the faults, but internally you say that I cannot able to, mingle with them anymore. Just stay away. That's simple way. We don't have to tell them, this is what you are doing it wrong and all that. They don't take it.
We can't even tell them also, no, Prabhuji.
So just stay away. Wherever you get the inspiration, try to, associate with them only. That's all we can do it. This is what Vaishnavas becomes more humble. Even you see the problem, you don't speak because you're not authorized to speak that on behalf of someone.
But if they're relatives, if you're close relatives, it's going to be hard to avoid too.
No, you don't avoid it. This is what we need to understand it. Many people think that since I don't like it, I don't go to it. No. We still go. But internally you are disconnected from them. We don't have to chit-chat. We don't have to, talk all nonsense, what they are speaking. We don't have to involve what they are speaking. No. That is not our job. Our job is we respect them because they are the relatives. We go there. We sit with them. We speak what is needed. Otherwise, we just connect to Krishna. But many people understand that, I'm a devotee, I don't go there. No. Then we become, isolated. And when we become one, how can we preach? Right? We preach to the people. And the people are all like that. Isn't it? So this is what our job is. That's why we become we say even someone says that, become humble, I'm so sorry, I'm not able to give you the time, then they'll be happy because when you go humble more, when you approach them, no one criticizes us. When we try to say that I am a better, then that is where we face the problems. So this is what the humbleness here is speaking about it.
I can read the next one.
Yes, up till here. So this,
whatever the action a great man performs, common men follow, and whatever standards he sets by exemplary act. let's see. As far as possible, devotees should avoid using any item made of leather, such as shoes, bags, wallet, and watch straps, knowing them to be the result of animal slaughter. Yeah, that's true. Even and particularly when one is criticized or offended, one should conduct oneself with dignity and always remember that everyone, including Sri Krishna, is watching you. Never lose your temper. And an intolerance will always win over anger and frustrations. Never lose your temper in public, and humility and tolerance will always win over anger and frustration.
Correct. So this is what our mantra, because Krishna is watching us. And our responsibility, as soon as we become a devotee, that means we have a more responsibility than the normal person than before. So that responsibility, because of that responsibility, we wanted to set an example. We have to lead our life to set as an exemplary way. So when we always, remember this, and with that, remembrance is a built-in that Krishna is watching, and everyone, this is what our process is saying, that you try to become a humble. Don't worry to defeat others. When we become humble and when we tolerate, even people criticize us. This is what he's saying, that our response should be with dignity only. Someone is criticizing me, someone is offending me, even in the public or in the temple or for some reason, we have to behave with the dignity only. Why we have to behave it? Because of that dignity, that humility and tolerance surely will win over anger and frustration. Yes, next one. Can someone read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandar Pranas Prabhuji. The slamming of doors, although seemingly a minor fault, greatly disturbed Srila Prabhupada. It symptomized carelessness and misuse. And Prabhupada said the sound cracked in his heart. One time Prabhupada came out of his room and called out, "Who is that slamming the doors? No one knows from where this building has come. You take it for granted that it is here, but no one cares." SP Liramtra B5.
Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita.
Leelamrita. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, read that. Read that.
Okay, Prabhuji. While one may certainly take precautions against being cheated or take action where necessary, one should be careful to avoid picking quarrels, indulging in useless argumentation and so on. A devotee must be particularly careful in dealings with the opposite sex. Srila Rupa Goswami says that a devotee must be neglectful in ordinary dealings. In other words, one should not give up basic courtesies and formalities, considering them to be mundane. And
1 second, Prabhuji. Yeah,
oneself
so
to be.
Wait, Prabhuji. So we'll see.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Even for the smaller things, sometimes people, close the doors, so harshly, right? And that develops the character of carelessness and misuse. So this is very important point here. Prabhupada is mentioning it. And another thing he says that while one may certainly take precautions against being cheated or take action where necessary. So we can take the actions where necessary. But we should not be, we should not go into quarrels. There are always, right? We need to know how to avoid these quarrels. And not only just the quarrels, even argumentation also. We have to avoid. Careful. We have to be very careful when dealing with other people. Is it heading towards the quarrel, or it heading towards the argumentation? And that's why, and especially here, this is very, very key, like a interesting point, and it is very useful point. And even in our leadership, North America Leadership Conference, this brought so many things. And one point the people talking there is, wherever there is a woman organization leading is there, all the problems are more problems there. Yes, go ahead, Prabhuji. Quote.
Yes, Prabhuji. Devotees should take care to leave any facilities that have used in the same or even better / cleaner state than what they found them in. Borrowed items should be taken care of and returned in a better / cleaner state to their owners. One should not touch one's feet to anything sacred or use one's feet to do what could be done with one's hands. The letters seems to be too small, Prabhuji, finding it difficult to read. Okay,
Prabhuji, you can maximize yourself. You can maximize so you can read.
I'm doing it, Mataji, but it goes beyond my screen.
Yeah.
Right. You just half of the things get cut off.
Yeah. So,
yes, Mataji.
So which line?
Touch someone with.
You can scroll the screen to the side as well when you maximize.
Okay, Mataji. Shall I continue, Mataji?
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. To touch someone with one's foot is offensive. If one has to walk past seated devotees in the temple, for example, one should extend one's hand to indicate that one wishes to go by, and so that they may move their knees to let one pass. See illusion.
Yeah.
If by accident, okay, Prabhuji.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. Yeah, let's discuss this. See, when before we leave the places, our facilities, we have to keep that cleanliness is always better, and it should be returned better than before. And any borrowed items, we have to keep it clean and return. Look at this, every level of point, this Vaishnava etiquette. That's why even Maharajas, if no one is there, they clean it. And in a conference, leaders conference, they made all of us sit in Prabhupada Golden Palace. I never, even in my lifetime, I never thought I'm going to eat in front of Prabhupada. And they organized a dinner there, and Vaisheshika Prabhu and all the Maharajas were serving us. Look at that. How exemplary they were doing it. And they collected the plates also.
Wow. That's awesome.
They didn't let us to take our plates. They just collected it. And they washed, with the tissues. They cleaned the dining table also.
Whoa.
So imagine that. That is called exemplary. Because then we get motivated when we do this.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing here is saying that anything should not be touched by our feet. That is considered as offensive. Any paraphernalia. That's why even kartal or anything should not be dropped on the floor. Because someone else, without seeing or unknowing or seeing or unseeing it, they may put the feet on the kartal, right? Kartal, any paraphernalia is, Balaram incarnation. So nothing should be touched by our, our legs.
Great.
Yes. Can someone read this one?
Okay.
I can read.
We should be conscious not to disturb classes, seminars by, for example, ensuring we do not have conversation just outside the temple room and seminars room. As a courtesy, a fellow devotee, devotees, children should sit in the classes and seminars so long as they remain quiet, and they should be cared for in an area which would not disturb the classes and programs. And then what else next? Devotees should be considerate and make calls and send text messages before 8:30 p.m. Only add others to the group, to mobile phone groups with their permissions. Devotees should always try their best to be kind to others.
So this is the bold letters. They're writing it. Devotees should always try their best to be kind to others.
This is from Prabhupada?
Yeah, this is from our acharyas. This is the Vaishnava culture.
Wow.
So here he's saying that we should be conscious when the class or seminar is happening. We have to be very careful, not even, distract or create the disturbance to the preacher. And we have to have that same respect towards the preacher also. It's not like, oh, I don't like this preacher, I don't like that preacher. We have all kind of nonsense things in our mind. But when we sit there, this is all Krishna's katha is happening. That's it.
These are teachers.
Yeah. So, and before you call before 8:30 p.m., after 8:30, you have to take the permissions. Look at this, every level they were giving it. Because of devotees normally wanted to take rest. And the next one is preaching. Yes, Shani Mataji, can you read?
Yes, preaching. Our actions and behavior are best form of preaching because actions speak louder than words. As the saying goes, your actions speak so loud that I cannot hear what you are saying. Preaching means to change the heart, not simply to defeat someone intellectually. This does not mean, of course, that we should not present our philosophy properly. All devotees must endeavor to study Srila Prabhupada's books and understand them thoroughly and try to present faithfully what one has submissively read and heard. There is no need to read other books or go to other philosophers to learn how to preach. The humble servant of the spiritual master is the best preacher. The principle of preaching is nicely described by Srila Rupa Goswami in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. See here, our actions and behavior. When we go into the preaching, these are the two things are very important, not the subject. Because the actions are more louder than the words what we speak. So preaching is the one, and this is very widely discussed in the conference also, leaders conference. Preaching is, but today's world, as soon as they get the Diksha, one of the Nittai Sevani Mataji also speaking, she's saying that previously she was giving her, experience when she was from India and from Vizag, Telugu. She was born as a, as a Gujarati, but she knows all the languages. When she first came married to one of the devotee, and she came to America, Atlanta, and they put her in the service called cleaning the bathrooms.
Mm-hmm.
You had to clean the bathrooms. And she's like, what? I'm a so-and-so, Prabhuji's wife. And they say like, yeah, you do the 2 more extra days because you are from that leader's wife. So, and she was saying that during
She was
that
upset.
time, the olden days, as soon as we become a devotee, they used to give them the cleaning the bathrooms first, then the cleaning the floors next, and cleaning the utensils in the kitchen, and like a step by step. cutting.
Temple,
So it's
Prabhuji.
like,
Is in the temple?
yeah, in the temple.
Okay.
So, because of why they were doing that? Because to develop the austerities, to become the humble. Because that is how we become humble. But she was saying that today's world, as soon as they got the Diksha, they wanted the Vyasasana. So, initiation to Vyasasana. So, many people, like liking that way. Because of that culture, we are changing it. That's why when we hear the Shastra, we have to adopt it. We have to start practicing it. And before we preach, this is another thing they said it. Before you preach, identify your ability. What is your skill set? What is your strength? And that strength needs to be, when we exhibit, when the people see us using our natural strength in the service of Krishna, that becomes a preaching. Not the philosophy. That's what here they're mentioning it. But that's why our actions, when we adopt it, automatically we don't have to preach. Automatically preaching is going to happen outside. Right? So, and another thing is mentioning it. Preaching means to change the heart. Not simply to defeat someone's intellectually. Oh, he doesn't know much. No, I know better. I can speak better. So it should not be that mood. And again, one more is saying that. He says that we should not learn the philosophy just to preach. So the philosophy is to practice, not to preach. Right? So the preaching is the best what we do. Some people are very good in decorating the deities. When the people see the deities, even at home also, many devotees, they call the other people, to their house just to show their deity decoration. As soon as they see the deity decoration, and they feel like, oh my God, you're the best decorating the deities. And immediately that start the preaching because they are attracted to that. So this is how the preaching is. And if you are the best cook, invite the people to your home and feed them. So that is the preaching. No class. We don't need the class. Because the way you are serving, the way we are, cooking, the way we are, assisting and, with the humble voice, and that becomes a great preaching. So that's why he says that the humble servant of the spiritual master is the best preacher. Humble servant of the spiritual master. So before we become a preacher, we have to become a humble servant. Are we humble servant or not? If you are not humble servant, just work on it. Try to, apply the whatever the knowledge. That's what they say. You don't need to read the more books. Whatever the books, Bhagavad Gita is good enough. And once we read it, just keep on applying one after other all the principles. Otherwise, what happens? If we do immaturely the preaching, then it creates a lot of problems, even in the society as well as within the devotee community also. So this is very, very important. So this is what about the preaching. Yes, now the Rupa Goswami says that Jena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshaya. Some or other one must think of Krishna. We have to come to that state. Then the preaching will go the best. There are lot more points about the preaching. Maybe we'll continue in the next one. Any questions or comments? I'll stop here. These are very, very powerful.
Very, very informational, very powerful, and it's often ignored, but these are the basic things we always have to keep in mind.
Correct. Because when we lack of this Vaishnava etiquette, as soon as we become a devotee, we are having all the swords in our hand. And we don't know how to use that swords, right? Then we make all the nonsense things. We kill this person, we hit this person, we hit that person, we hit this front, back, and all that 360 degrees we hit it. And end of the day, we become all offensive. Instead of progressing it.
Is it because of the false ego?
Correct. Because we have a false ego. Ahankara. Because I know, I can do things. I know, I can do it. I can think it. I can... This I makes us to make lots of...
And then Tamo and the Tamo Gunam is another one.
Yeah, Ahankara is the product of Rajo and Tamo Guna. But our goal is to become a mode of goodness.
Sattva Guna.
Sattva Guna. Sattva Guna is the humbleness is there.
Right. Kindness,
so that's why we have to identify where we are. We have to obey our spiritual master, our Shiksha Gurus, our leaders. Then only we do some impact in the society. Otherwise, we create a negative impact in our society. So that's what Brahma said that. Forget about my service, forget about my bhakti. I am praying, that I am always be cautious that not to offend anyone. This is the first thing we have to keep in mind. Am I offending anyone? All right? Any other? Hope this will help. This is going to help us a lot.
Yes, very, very, very informational. But there are also people, they want to haunt you, they want to challenge you, they want to tear you up and want to make sure that you get angry too. So
because of that, it happens. It happens, and that's why that is a material quality. It cannot consider as a because sometimes even devotees. Elevated devotees also get angry, but that angry is not to take the revenge. That angry should be to help the other person or to myself. Let's say I'm becoming angry. That means that anger should help me to go closer to Krishna. We need to know that how I can utilize that anger also, like Hanuman did it.
Right.
Always our goal is, devotee means our goal is one step closer to Krishna. If that is not happening, just forget about it. And
then dealing with the women is going to be hard then.
Right. No, my Guru Maharaj has warned me. You are going to face the problems with the women. Every woman. I'm going to face a problem. He told me clearly.
Every woman. Every woman in the leadership. When we come to that leadership, when they, because of that is what the problem is. Because he knows that.
You take it in a further psychological sense. It's called transference. So it could be a positive transference, it could be negative transference, and people display a lot of anger onto others. For example, I would say, it may not be anything related to it. A woman might see a person reminded of other abusive or a bad relationship and would interact in a negative way. She may not be aware of it, or he may not be aware of it. That's another thing, it goes further a discussion on that. But again, the humbleness, a good devotee would know how to avoid it. Best thing is ignore, walk away, calm yourself, and have that person understand. Things like that. There's a lot of this.
Yeah, that's why he says that do not go into the arguments or do not go into the like the fighting mode or like on that. When Krishna gives us that intelligence to discriminate.
Correct. One doubt, Prabhuji. You are saying
One second, Mataji. Ramesh Prabhuji, you raise the hand.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I have got a question, Prabhuji. The thing is, we read in that book that when we are henpecked, we are insulted also, we should respect, we should treat the opponent with dignity. That is what we are in that book.
Yes. We can't hear you, Prabhuji. Come, change your place.
When we are insulted. Is it clear now, Prabhuji?
Now it is clear.
Am I audible? Okay, Prabhuji. See, Prabhuji, sometime before we read in that book that even though we are insulted, we should treat the opponent with dignity. That is what we read in that book. Is it not, Prabhuji?
Yes.
Is it possible? Practically, is it possible, Prabhuji? Because when we are insulted,
make it possible. If we can't make it possible, that means we are acting our way. So Bhakti is our success is beyond our endeavor, beyond the step, because success will not be achieved within the our comfort zone. That is where we apply that I am not this body.
Yes.
So you should get the anger. That's what in the next statement he says that just walk away from there. If you don't like anything, if they are criticizing you, you don't need to be there and just keep hearing it. You say like humble mode. We'll catch up later. We'll continue this.
Get out of that place.
Yeah. I mean, like this. Who is that? The Krishna, the fake Krishna. Pundarika. No, not Pundarika. Yeah. So
Panduranga.
Panduranga was like criticizing. You're a fake Krishna. And I supposed to hold the flute, and he was like exactly decorated as Krishna. He said like, hey, I am the original one. Give me the Sudarshana Chakra. So Krishna says like, all right, Baba, you are the original Krishna. You take it. And as soon as Sudarshan Chakra got released, and it cut off the head of the Paundraka. Finished. With humble mode, Krishna says like, yeah, you take it. You take it. But that Paundraka did not know that Sudarshana does his job.
So,
this we can do only when we are seasoned, isn't that, Prabhuji?
When we apply
when we are seasoned or experienced,
yes,
isn't that, Prabhuji?
When we apply this Bhakti, so far we know the information only. As soon as we know the information, that's why we are hankering. Okay, I like to do the service. First thing is the sadhana, japa. Japa, katha. Second step is the katha. The third step is the seva. And the fourth step is the smarana. So if you can't do the japa, then nothing can protect us. And if we can't hear the Krishna Katha, then we cannot do the Smarana. Even the Seva. Even we may think sometimes Seva is the priority. No, Seva, the Japa also comes under the Seva. So that is Harinama Seva. So you do the Harinama Seva first. Without Harinama Seva, don't accept any other Sevas. If it is distracting from your sadhana, that seva cannot be considered as a seva. Once a while is okay. When the events come, Krishna Ashtami, like 1 month, yearly once or twice, or, But Japa is the
It
first
comes once in a year.
priority. Japa takes the priority over anything. So focus on the japa. Then the Krishna Katha. Because Smarana to happen, Smarana need to happen, this Krishna Katha should be heard.
Right.
And the seva. Then you have a time, you do the seva.
Right. So
Seva
one
can
thing
be
I
covered.
noticed, yeah, you practice it slowly and you get good at it.
And in the meantime, while you are learning that information, so far we have information only. This reading the books, we get the information, not the transformation. Unless the transformation happens, don't even go for the preaching also.
Right.
We make problems. We make a problems. And that's what they say, that in the preaching, you have to become a best servant of your Guru. If you cannot become a servant of your Guru, what can you preach? What can you preach? The information is available in YouTube. We don't have to speak. I don't have to speak. Right? Do I need to speak? In a Google, every information is there.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Our motivation, learning all these principles to apply. This is for me. This
Not
is
for you,
me.
Prabhuji, for everyone, Prabhuji.
For everyone, not just only.
No, when I speak, this is for me. When you hear, this is for me. Everyone have to say, think that way. Not for the others.
For ourselves.
I am hearing
Yes,
this.
Prabhu.
Many people think that I am hearing this, I can use in my preaching. Forget about your preaching, Baba, first of all. Just apply in your life. That becomes a preaching. People get, attracted to us.
Impressed by it.
Yes. Because Krishna knows that. That's what in the previous statement. Krishna, don't forget that. He said that always remember Krishna is watching you. Krishna is watching for what? Watching our intentions, not our actions. Krishna doesn't care our actions. Krishna cares our intentions. What is our intention?
Hello?
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, you said that people are attracted to us, but equally, a lot of people are also unattracted because they don't want to stop, drinking and eating meat and doing all the things. So those people are definitely not attracted. I was going to tell Lakshmi Mataji, if you have to go somewhere out of obligation that you don't want to go, all you have to do sometimes is start speaking of your Vaishnava experience, and those people will stop having the conversations with you that you don't like. They just don't want to hear it.
Right.
That is true. That is true. See, when Prabhupada was here, not every person in America got attracted to Prabhupada. There are the souls. Already they started in their previous life. There were the souls. And only those people, souls, who were practiced before in their previous lives, they get attracted to us. But our journey should not be, restricted to, I do only here. No. You can do wherever. But keep attracting the people. Keep going. That's a journey. Preaching is also journey. Not that, I sit here and I teach you all and you are allowed to follow me. No. I always, this is what my Guru always gives me instruction. You keep finding the people. There are the people. Don't think that there are no people. There are the people. And with that motivation only, we started that Telugu class. I'm like, new people. Everyone is new there. We have to give them. When we have a strong desire and when we hear, I wanted to be instrument in the service of Krishna. It doesn't matter. Because I have to go. See, I have two choices to attend the conference. I'll tell you, share this. So one is I can fly. And to fly, definitely it is costing more than $1,000. And then, because I have to go, because I have to meet the great souls there. And to meet that, either if I have more money, I can fly it. But since I don't want to spend this much money just for the flying, I said, I took the risk of driving it. Like a 10 hours drive. I took the risk. 10 hours go, 10 hours come back.
That's a lot.
And I said, Krishna, this is for your service. And I did not even get the, we did not even stop after 6 hours of journey also. Keep driving it.
Wow.
Only twice for the we stopped it. In 10 hours. Because that is, see, we have to make endeavor. Not that I'm not saying that I'm a great, but have a desire, because Guru is saying that. For anything, I have to endeavor bigger. When I endeavor bigger, then only, I can achieve it. Either I have to spend $1,000 or I have to drive it. I took the chance of driving it. All right. So, it's not that, imagine that I have so much back pain, but still I don't care. But it didn't happen because I had a complete faith on Krishna. When we think materially, then definitely back pain would have attacked me again. Because then I can shout. Yeah.
10 hours driving is very laborious, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Prabhuji, if you don't mind, may I know your age, Prabhuji? If you don't
My
mind.
age is 50. 50 crossed. Just last August, 50 passed. 51 now, running 51.
It is good that
You're 15 years old. You just are 15 years old.
Yes, your activities looks like you are 15 years. Only 15.
Right, 1-5. 1-5.
15.
We have to aim it, Prabhuji. We have to aim it. We have to aim bigger. Then only the
Prabhuji is
success
always
that's-
active. Yeah, we can't.
Definitely.
Yeah, we're always active. Prabhuji is always active. Yeah. In all ages, everyone can mingle easily with Prabhuji.
Right, absolutely.
No, but I have to take care of Nagendra Kanya also. So, I have to care her also. Then we have to move it. Not that, okay.
She is 13. She is 13 and you are 15.
Prabhuji,
So-
you have to take care of us also, Prabhuji. You have to take care of us also.
No, that's
Not
why
only
I
Mataji.
forgot that.
You have to
You
take care of
reminded
us
me.
also.
So don't consider me as a Shiksha Guru anymore. I can help you in all aspects, but I don't want to be, like a Shiksha Guru to anyone, because unless we take, really from the heart, then consider it. Otherwise, don't consider, Prabhuji. So, otherwise it becomes offenses and all that. So I wanted to be very, humble position now, going forward. Because,
Yeah, we know your teenage devotees. They are teenage devotees. So they're teaching us.
yeah. So find your own Shiksha Gurus. Because of, when see, everything, when we say that, when we speak that one, there is a, a responsibility on that one. If we're not following
Prabhuji.
that responsibility, just, find your own people.
Prabhuji, we reserve our right to decide our Shiksha Guru, isn't it, Prabhuji? Wherever we feel comfort,
What?
we reserve
What is that?
right. We reserve our right to decide our Shiksha Guru, isn't it, Prabhuji? Wherever
Yeah,
we find
wherever
we find
you get the motivation.
comfort.
Yeah, where you get the comfort, you
Prabhuji.
can choose. Yeah.
Definitely, Prabhuji. We feel comfort with you, Prabhuji. We don't, as of now, until now, we didn't get any clash or anything, mismatching or anything like that, Prabhuji. We are very comfort with you, Prabhuji. As of
Yeah.
now.
Because
And even,
see,
even
when you say that,
as long as we have been,
but you cannot change it. Today, I like the, like a banyan, what is that? brinjal curry and tomorrow I like the, like a Karela curry. It's not like that. When we accept a Shiksha Guru,
Yes, definitely.
we have to be humble throughout entire our life. Not even this life, even next life also.
Yeah, definitely, Prabhuji.
Because then you will be taking the same position there also. It's not like a, like, okay, today, like this year, like I like, like the some Prabhuji, and then tomorrow I don't like it. Then what is the point of having it? Unless we have a personal rivals. Let's say we have a land disputes or home bordering problems. Then, like you can behave that way. But when we take it, the persons who helped us, we have to be, take the position that to show gratitude entire lifetime. I remember that, Prabhuji, when I was studying it, and that my degree, one of my friend's mother, and I faced problems with them also later, but she fed me. When I was really in need, she fed me. Even today, I always pray for them.
That's nice.
I always pray for them. That's how I showed my gratitude. Just because of I have taken, the food from them.
Yeah.
So this bhakti is, like more on the gratitude.
Different forms.
Yeah, if we cannot show gratitude to the other devotee who has helped us, then that means we have a problem in our bhakti, our attitude. So, because Krishna says that's
everything will be all right, Prabhuji. These are all only time beings, Prabhuji. Everything will be all right shortly, Prabhuji.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, everyone will face the
Lord
problem.
Krishna is testing you, Prabhuji.
Correct.
Lord Krishna is testing you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, because he wanted me to make a humble, Prabhuji. He wanted me to make a humble. So that's why I know that. Because of even I want to go away, my Jagannath will not leave me. I realize that.
He will guide you. He will guide you. So you have no authority. Everybody, we are all run by Lord Krishna.
Right.
Destiny.
Even not now, because the way I connected to Krishna was not with the help of any other devotees. Because of Krishna was calling us. He called us.
Very shortly, everything will be all right, Prabhuji. Krishna is testing you. Lord Krishna is testing you. And
but everything. Feel free. But once you accept that position,
yes,
also, you have to take that humble position always.
Yes, I have to play that role.
You have to make them proud.
So you have to learn how to deal with the women then.
Yeah, no. I'm really careful dealing with the women these days. Sugunaka.
Yes,
really, if some woman calls me...
That is very vital, Prabhuji.
Don't forget, I'm a woman too.
But I see you as Akka only. So,
Akka and Amma.
Not as a woman. So you are my sister. So when I see that you as a sister, I don't see that discrimination. But anytime now, when someone calling me, the woman calling me, I am speaking with them only when Nagendra Kanya is with me.
Yeah, if you can succeed with a 13-year-old Nagendra Kanya, then you can succeed others.
So
he's scared about past experiences, Mataji.
No, I mean like everywhere facing the problem. So that means I have to be careful.
My Prabhuji tells me I was. Prabhuji, my Prabhuji tells me I was. My Prabhuji tells me I was great for 10 years after marriage. After that, I changed.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, in the absence of Mataji, if you speak to any woman, If Mataji comes to know about that, Mataji will become very wild, Prabhuji.
No, but it's like even because see, I know Nagendra Kanya. I don't care. You know, like even she becomes a rival. When I know my intentions, you know, like I don't have to worry.
Yesterday, I don't know, Prabhuji Mataji. Yesterday,
Yes.
I don't know, one Mataji called, I have some problems and all, and can I talk to you? And Prabhuji said, yeah, please come to my home, and my wife also sits and we'll talk. And she said, okay, I'll come one time. And that is good, right, Prabhuji? Otherwise, before, oh my God, what is your problem? Okay, please explain and give some advices. It comes problem, right? And these days, it's very scary.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm very careful. I'm very careful dealing with men.
Yes, sir.
And because my guru already warned me.
Always there will be a team of people passing on gossips about this, Prabhuji. Even if I talk to someone very normally also, if anyone has gossips and all, we don't have to care about that, Prabhuji. I know very well about myself, what I am. And so I don't care about that, Prabhuji. Even Mataji knows
As long
about-
as,
knows
Prabhuji,
very well
as
about
long as you are in the Krishna service, and if some kind of rumors comes, we don't care, Prabhuji. When we leave Krishna and we do other activities, it comes as a problem. And as long as we are in the service,
Yes.
see, these days, this is the Kali Yuga, even men talking also problem, and women talking also rumors comes.
Because men also behaving like a woman.
Even two men together talking also a problem. Even two women together talking also a problem.
Even men, women also say talking like gossiping.
Yeah, this is the problem, Kali Yuga. This is all Kali Yuga effects. That is the reason. Yesterday I read one quote. And if you want to solve the problems, you may sit silent. Or if you don't want to face the problem, you sit silent. Okay, both has we have to sit silent. That is good. Yeah, I like this quote.
Mataji, we are getting echo effect. Mataji, we are getting echo effect from your end, Mataji.
Problem solving is the issue.
The Mauna Vrata is good, yeah. Mauna Vrata.
We are all human beings. We all have all kinds of three elements: anger, frustrations. Also, a level of how to understand, how to diffuse the issue is the one we all have to learn, and humbleness. Yeah.
See, in the olden days, men used to behave like a man, women used to behave like a woman. Now, men trying to behave as a woman, and a woman trying to behave as a man. So even two women, same problem, result is same. Men and women, result is same. And men and man, result is same. So gossiping, or first of all, we need to know what is right way to do it. And if we don't know what is the right way to do it, then we think whatever we are doing is the right. That's why Rupa Goswami explained it. Between the devotees, there are the six types of exchanges need to happen. If the relationship is not developed between the devotees, they cannot function together. This is the first form rule from that. Then there is no relation.
Prabhuji.
Is that everyone is hearing the same, my voice breaking, or only Ramesh Prabhuji?
It was breaking a bit.
Yeah, we can hear you. Ramesh Prabhuji voice is breaking.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, Ramesh Prabhuji, it's a problem with your phone.
Yes, Prabhuji. Okay, I will settle down somewhere where the signal is very clear, Prabhuji.
So read that one thing, Prabhuji, the nectar of instructions, I recommend you all. Read it.
Definitely, Prabhuji. Sure, Prabhuji.
That will help in our devotional service. So he says that what need to be controlled.
Even that is a part of. Is it the part of Guru Tattva, Prabhuji?
Yeah, because see, we are into devotion, right? When we are into devotion, there are the do's and there are the don'ts.
Don't. Yes, Prabhuji.
And this nectar of instruction gives us don'ts and do's. And he says that there are the 6 items you can control it. Right? The first one.
Yes.
Right? And
Yes, Prabhuji.
and 6 items you need to avoid it, 6 items you have to do it.
Yes, Prabhuji.
There's one
6
word.
and 6 doors.
Right, and in one verse, how to develop a relationship between the devotees. That is the verse 4. Dadati pratigruhnati. If the devotees dadati pratigruhnati guhyam hathyati pruchati bhunkte bhujete chaiva shadvidam priti lakshanam. It says that offering gifts in charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasada and offering prasada, and are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So between the devotees, if this is not happening, that means we better change our positions, our locations. This is very, very powerful statement. Then only we can contribute to the Prabhupada. Otherwise, this book is not just for our Bhakti Shastri course. Bhakti Shastri also, not for the preaching, not for the marks, not for the qualification. Alright? So these are the...
Somebody has to certify to be a preacher or what?
No, our Guru has to certify. Because our Guru knows about us. When we become a humble servant of a Guru, gives us some task. That is the preaching. Whatever the task it may be.
Now I don't have a guru, so I won't preach them.
No, but you're with your exemplary behavior automatically preaching it. Because but the one of the ISKCON Prabhuji in Albany, as soon as I said, like, I live in Albany, he said that there is a Sukuna Reddy is there.
No.
How can he report your name? Unless he sees that you are exemplary ways. So you are already in his mind. After 20 years also, he remembered your name means, imagine that. That is what the preaching is called.
I have no contact.
No, you don't have a contact, but he remembers. Whatever you have done to him, this is what the bhakti is. The gratitude. He was showing gratitude towards you.
Well, that was nice of Prabhuji.
Yeah, that is then I considered he is a good devotee. But people don't even say that. When Brod Bhagavatam, Narada comes to the Indra, oh Indra, you are such an amazing personality, and your Krishna appeared as your brother Upendra. And Indra said, Arey Baba, forget it, forgive me, I am not in that position. You know, like I am not a devotee. Brahma is a better devotee. But if someone comes to us as like, oh yeah, you are a great devotee, we feel so good. More, right? But we have to accept the position that I am not devotee. And being Indra is a real devotee. Otherwise, how come a Supreme Personality of Godhead appears as his brother? Right? So this is what the devotee quality.
That's his humbleness and,
Correct. So if someone comes and has something asking us, then we refer to our leader. You go. You know, like I can answer. Even when we are in a position to answer them, when we send them towards our leader, then that is what our gratitude, showing our gratitude. then Krishna help us, making us better. Otherwise, entire life we are in a Maya. I am doing the better chanting. I am doing the better service. I am doing the better. Then we are in a completely Maya only. Very dangerous. And we don't realize it. That is another thing.
Maya means
And we feel more good actually. We feel we are doing best. As soon as it says that, our mind says that I am doing best, that means Maya already occupied.
Correct.
Maya already captured me. I was like, no. That's why they say that. When Narada goes to Brahma, like Indra says, like, no, Brahma is the better. Then he goes to Brahma, no, I am not better. Shiva is better. But he's like, oh yeah, I feel good. Narada, you are glorifying me. Please tell everyone, all the world, so everyone can glorify me. No. Then he cannot be a bhakta. He is a bhokta, not bhakta, bhokta. All right, thank you so much. This Vaishnava etiquette is very powerful, and it will break our hearts also. Some of us will break our hearts because of heartbreaking. The points are there. But what can we do?
I think this session should be reminded us once in every 6 months, reiterate the same thing what we have learned today.
Exactly. So know that there's a lot to read actually. That whole book is there. But little piece.
But what I see, I think you learned more when you attended this ISKCON
Yes, Akka.
convention.
There are all the genius people there. They are all the best devotees and 150 leaders completely from North America, Canada and America, all the leaders. I am the one insignificant, and people, when the devotees are asking me to sit next to them, I was like not feeling comfortable even to sit next to them. I said like, I'm so fallen. I'm like so insignificant.
Honored.
How can I sit with them?
I was, when you were saying, I was reminded of something last time, long time ago when I went. They made us sit on the chair, on the table, and then I said, this is a milk from cow that we're going to give you. So they supplied milk to all the people, and after the second row, they did not get it. And I think, wow, my goodness, what an honor to have. I have to have opportunity to drink ISKCON cow's milk. No.
Correct. No, not everyone will get it. And even, like that thing was like a whole conference, how merciful Lord Jagannath is. He brought us. Again, the Kanya, like crying sometimes. Like how merciful Jagannath was. How much, what service we have done. Because all we are doing is selfless. We don't want anything.
He elevated you. I think he's elevated you to come to the stage like that.
Yeah. Because
not everybody will get that opportunity.
No, look at that.
Sugunaka.
When I was in the class.
Anuttama Prabhuji came, right? And our home, he is the GBC, North America GBC president. And he came our home, Anuttam Prabhuji and Mataji. And that Prabhuji, in front of all the leaders, the Prabhuji told, Mataji fed me the best prasadam, he told in front of everyone. I shocked, oh my, Prabhuji told like that.
Wow, that's nice. No, I think Lord Krishna has elevated you to the stage. I'm really happy for you.
No, when I was in the class in the New Vrindavan, as soon as in the next morning, Guru Maharaj called me. I was sitting, I was hearing the lecture front, just a speaker in front of the speaker. Then I was like, I don't know what to do. Then I showed my phone to someone next to one other senior devotee is there. Then I was like, yeah, you go and take the call. Because we see that Guru Maharaj, my Guru Maharaj.
Wow.
So I just walked out and I took the call. He said, he was so happy. He was so happy.
Wonderful.
So, because our Guru Jana need to be happy when we do every action. Otherwise,
Right.
just stop doing it. If they are not happy, just don't do it. Simple way.
Right. I'm happy for you guys, and this is not the usual thing. I mean, it's just every step of the way is elevating you. So
Yeah, they don't even have to call us to come to the conference because we are not part of ISKCON anymore. But
Right.
still, they consider us as the leaders because they, that is what we were
right.
to show them so much gratitude.
And you're still part of the ISKCON. Is
So everyone have their own centers and everything. They are representing it.
Yeah,
I'm like
they are inviting everyone. They are inviting everyone, temple presidents and center presidents come forward, and Chandra Vamshi Prabhu and myself, we sit backside, and then what is the Madan Gopal Prabhuji? He is the, what is his GBC leader. He called Chandra Vamshi Prabhuji, Nagendra Kanya Mataji, you come, you are the organization leaders, you come, and they invite like that. And
Wow.
then we went. Oh, Krishna.
Well, yeah, I hope
And
you took the
everything,
picture.
whatever it comes, everything we go and stand in front of Jagannath. Jagannath, what we did, Jagannath, why you are giving this much? And we are not doing anything, and we pray like that. And
No,
still,
no.
whenever we go this kind of meetings and all, we always remember, we have to do more. We have to do more service. And Vaisheshika Prabhu, he is the great leader. He is the American body. Now he is Maharaj. He told us, you both are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chosen you both. This life, give it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you don't need to worry about this life. Give it to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and you go to back to Godhead. Mahaprabhu, the Maharaj, in front of the temple, and he told us
Wow.
after Bhagavatam class.
There you go. I think.
And our responsibility more. And if they say like that, we feel not great. Oh my God, we are not doing anything. We have to do more, and we feel a lot of responsible. And even we don't think for ourselves. Okay, next what we do, next program. Okay, what is the next program? Okay, whom can we ask, and where can we go, and how to approach, and how to bring the people. And this is all the remaining 5 days a week, these things, and Saturday, Sunday programs. This keep on searching, thinking. This is the way, both together.
I think ultimately you completely, forget all the other things and surrender to Lord Krishna. That's it.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only way we have to do it. Ramesh Prabhuji, you have some question.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandar Pranam Prabhuji. Prabhuji, any chance of having this recorded lecture, Prabhuji? Particularly this?
No, there are the multiple sessions, multiple ones. They did not record it, but they were like amazing ones, Prabhuji. It's like, I never expected that. I'm going to be the part of that. Great leaders. Imagine that. Great.
Did you give the lecture there? Did you give a topic? Did you talk?
No, we introduced and we have to give, like what we will be doing it.
Oh, okay.
No, Prabhuji, I am talking about this lecture I am talking about, Prabhuji.
Oh, today
Prabhuji, I am recording.
recorded.
Prabhuji, I am recording. I can send you. Here to today. I will send you.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, Mataji.
In the
Nice,
YouTube, you
Mataji.
will
Thank
get the
you,
link
Mataji.
of the
Very
YouTube.
kind of you, Mataji.
No problem.
Much